Well, this is a nice surprise. Today, my friends, it is with great displeasure that I announce to you all, the 3 people who don't know, E3 has been taken behind the barn and put out of its misery.
Hey, well, we're not actually dead, it's just no one wanted to come to our show, but you can come to our show if you want. Do you?
E3 has been taken behind the barn and put out of its misery, but in its place we've seen a rather unexpected Nintendo Direct be announced out of nowhere with exactly 24 hours notice. So I guess we better hit the pre-show. This Direct is going to be a weird one. We currently know basically nothing of Nintendo's plans beyond Pikmin 4's release, which is confirmed to be getting its own focus here. We thought maybe they'd save announcements like a new Pikmin 4 trailer and the Everybody 1-2 Switch announcement till a Direct if there was one, but they got random Twitter posts instead, so we thought there was nothing else to show. Now, I actually wasn't sold for a while, but I really started to think we just might be packing up shop and waiting out the next Nintendo console, whatever that may be. We didn't even get a Direct in June last year, so I thought with E3 dying we wouldn't get one this year either. But now I have no idea what they could announce, but I sure have tried to predict them anyway. Nintendo, the kings of left field. I've put together a list of things I think they could announce, and we'll throw it all on a bingo card and see how much I got right at the end of the show. We're very blind going into this one, which is why my first guess is, screw it, a tease of any kind at the next generation console, or if that is even happening. Now second, of course, there's Pikmin 4, which is confirmed to be getting a spotlight here, so that's going right in the middle of the card. I hope they don't spoil too much about the game, I'm quite excited for that one. And there very well could be mention of Everybody 1-2 Switch, but I'd rather it not be there, to be honest. I predict that I will not care if it is. Now for the rest, in a fairly random order, I'm thinking maybe we see Tears of the Kingdom DLC. It would be quite early, but E3 2017 gave Breath of the Wild DLC, so who knows, maybe we'll even get a tease about it. I'm also thinking that maybe we'll get some more amiibo for the game. Please Ganondorf at the very least, but new Zelda and the Sages would be fantastic as well. Then there'll definitely be some Mario Kart 8 Booster Course Pass, where I've actually got 4 separate slots for it. The first one is that we see Wave 5 at all, maybe a release window as well. The second one is that Piranha Plant Cove, the tour original track, is specifically shown. Hey, I was right about the Yoshi one last time, and I'd say it's either this or the weird bathroom leaked one, so I've picked this one. I also think we see characters, specifically Pauline and or Petey Piranha is the guest there. And then lastly, I'm biting the bullet, the ridiculous speculation that we get a second Booster Course Pass. Screw it, it'll be funny if it's right and I kinda hope it's not. But people have been talking about this one just a little bit, what with such an influx of constant Mario Kart Tour returning tracks. Who the hell knows? Maybe it'll come, and I kinda need to fill up the bingo card. Now off of Mario Kart, everyone is keen for a new Mario. 2D Mario, 3D Mario, who knows? Why not both? We need something for the holidays, so give it to us, Nintendo. But if not that, then please some DK. We want our 8-man, the franchise is kind of on life support. Building off Mario, I'm just throwing out Mario Party Superstars DLC. It's been a while since it released, and Super Mario Party never got substantial DLC, so it's pretty unlikely. And that's exactly why it's gonna happen, Copium. But there is the far more likely Mario and Sonic at the Paris 2024 Olympic Games, that is if they're not done with that franchise. They usually get announced around here and release a few months later, so I'd say this has a good chance. But I don't even know if it'll be worth much. The franchise kinda peaked in 2012 with unironically one of the best party games I've ever played. And rounding off my gargantuan list of Mario predictions, I'm predicting the grand return of Mario and Luigi. You. Now for the last major category of predictions, Splatoon 3. I think Side Order has a good chance of being shown again, and alongside it, maybe some Deep Cut amiibo. We need them at some point, but there's also the very slim possibility that we get a tease for Drizzle Season 2023, Update 5.0, like maybe they give a brief mention to new content coming soon and show 1 or 2 old Splatoon 1 maps. Please, I'm desperate. Now to speed through the rest of the random other games here, I predict there will be something that very few people care about. Something dumb, niche, I don't know. I don't want to be mean, but there will be a part that's a snooze fest. I also predict Tomodachi Life 2 once again. This game always trends on Twitter in Nintendo Direct season, but that's because it would be cool. And I'm throwing Kirby in here because he always manages to get something. Now I don't know, but maybe we see Metroid Prime 4 finally? It's been 6 years since it was announced to be starting development, and we've all learned a lesson since as to why we don't announce these things so far in advance. Then for the 2 crazy revival picks, they will announce a new F-Zero game being more experimental near the end of the lifespan of a console, especially with a higher install base. Maybe it could even sell well. And maybe they'll announce Mother 3 in English. I just needed a slot man, but if it is announced, then it'll be just so that people buy the online expansion service, and will release no sooner than 6 months from now, and will annoy everyone. And of course they'll say the classic one more thing line. They have to say it or this spot doesn't count. And so now with my goofy predictions covered, I've randomized all the slots, printed out the bingo card, so let's get to watching. Fucking Minecraft the walls.
Which flavor of ice cream is best?
Where, what the hell is the last one? What about chocolate? Or is there a new thing? Is it gonna be a remake? What the frick? This is wild. Nintendo when they killed both their RPG franchises. Wario? Wait. What the? It's semi 3D.
What on earth is happening?
That's all we'll show for now. We'll share more
Huh?
details.
Dark Moon remake?
Visually, yes.
That's pretty cool.
In development.
Wait, in a house?
Like you'll come across the new glow Pikmin,
Ooh.
which only appear at night.
The green ones.
The HD version
Oh.
of the first two Pikmin games originally released
Are
on
you
the
kidding
Nintendo
me?
Game-
Never
That's
played
very
the
cool, though.
series before, so we
So
hope you
now,
try it out when it
all
releases.
games are available. Oh, it's the bathroom one.
Racing into
It looks pretty great though.
Also being
I knew it! Yo!
and from Mario Bros.
Oh,
Members
that looks
enjoy this
freaking
DLC.
awesome. Please, more.
New Amiibo
Yeah!
store.
Oh! Mario. What is this?
Onward and upward.
Wow! They're changing the visuals. Bro, how is Sonic and Mario doing the exact same thing at the same time? Whoa! Yoshi? Playable? 20th of October? I'm gonna commit a hate crime. Well, that was one of the directs of all time. The pacing was kind of weird, it felt like nothing was happening for a while, and then like 5 things at once, and then nothing again, and the announcements were super unpredictable. It was quite a ride. Now we started out with Pokemon, and I beat Pokemon Violet after I stole it from Amazon for $50 Australian because they fucked the pre-orders somehow, and it took me until May to beat it. I just couldn't really be bothered with it, but some parts of it were certainly fun. The 3 separate campaigns was a cool idea, gyms were tense, and towns were lively and creative, but the performance was subpar at best and downright unplayable at worst. Needless to say, I don't think I'll be buying any Pokemon games or DLC again for a while until they step up their game. The time that it took to beat that game really shows the fatigue I'm starting to get, and I only hopped onto this franchise with Sun and Moon, which I loved. So Sonic Superstars comes up next, and this game looks fantastic, but it was already shown before. It looks clean, the animation is clean, the controls look fluid as the classic games ever did, and it's very cool to see Amy getting some love. Multiplayer though, I feel like that's not going to work that well, just zooming around, leaving your friends in the absolute dust, because, well, it's Sonic. Sonic moves fast. Then there are 2 farming sims in this direct. God, I wish I didn't remove it from my bingo card this time. I thought they would be done with these. My bad. Then there's some other filler stuff, then Splatoon. And it's just a Splatfest announcement. I don't really need side order shown off in the first place though, I know I'll probably love it anyway, but maybe they should try and sell it to other people though. Anyways, the Splatfest theme, the classic ice cream flavors, vanilla, strawberry, and mint chip. Yes, this is what we all thought, what are you talking about? So Detective Pikachu Returns, a sequel confirmed to be in development 4 years ago, which I actually wasn't even aware of, and this sure is a Detective Pikachu Returns, it looks fine. Then they just threw themselves into a frenzy announcing 3 Mario titles, the first being a HD remake of Super Mario RPG. It looks very faithful in terms of scale, but looks very well polished, looks fun, and I'll definitely give it a play. Since Nintendo basically killed their 2 ongoing Mario RPG franchises, I guess they have to go right back to the beginning of it all. And then, a Princess Peach game, and it's like, kinda got some 3D movement to it, and they showed nothing else? What is this game, huh? Peach notably has no crown and a bow in her hair instead of the usual hair tie, so people are thinking this might be a prequel of sorts. It sure is weird taking place on a stage. I wish we knew more about this, but my interest is definitely piqued. And then, a Luigi's Mansion 2 remaster, or Dark Moon, the worst American name. Luigi's Mansion 2 on the 3DS got me into the series though, so if I do pick this up, it'll honestly be a flood of nostalgia. I don't know if I will because, well, I've already played it and the mission structure wasn't that great. The game definitely had its issues, but if you haven't played it, then by all means, give it a chance. I wonder how hard they'll go on the graphics considering it's not out till 2024 anyway. And I wonder if this speaks to another new Luigi's Mansion game on the horizon. Perhaps a new console launch? Now this part is going to be interesting. I'm going to have you play a game. During this section of the Direct, what was I doing? Was it A, enjoying whatever Papa Nintendo feeds to me? Or B, getting bored and doing whatever this is? If you guessed scenario B or A, you'd be wrong, because it was actually scenario C, where I checked in on how the friendly neighbors were enjoying the Direct. When the f are you people gonna leave? And finally, we get to more Mario, with Mario Plus Rabbids Sparks of Hope DLC. And this game looks fun. I wanted to get it, but was really iffy after Ubisoft was caught doing some not so great stuff over there. So not sure how I feel about supporting that kind of crunch and abusive workplace fun stuff. Maybe I'll wait till it's like $10. I swear I've seen the first game that low once, so... Then the next major thing we saw was of course Pikmin 4. The visuals, my god, they look even more gorgeous than before. These sweeping landscapes at this camera angle, oh, I'm all for it. But if that giant Wollywog comes anywhere near me, I'm gonna throw a fit. Evil creature! Why is it so big? Anyway, I guess we're still not gonna acknowledge like how these houses haven't rotted away after all this time, after like humanity's entire demise. We've never seen this in the Pikmin series before, structures maintained this well. I don't get it at all, but it sure will be fun to explore. There's also like weird fuzzy Olimar, and you can like battle to see who's better at playing Pikmin. Kinda weird, hope it isn't too ridiculously easy, but a pretty unique concept. But what they also have is upgrades to spend your money on. Money from the treasures returning from Pikmin 2. That is awesome, and there's upgrades for Ochi. And there's also going to be a free demo next week. Totally playing that. Very excited to see how this game feels. Also, you should play it too. It's literally free. Please give it a chance. You never know how much you might just appreciate the world, and this game is more expansive and detailed than ever with gameplay features and its world. The Pikmin 3 Deluxe demo is how I got into the franchise unexpectedly as well. It's looking to be truly a step up from before, and that is a bit of a risk with Pikmin's rocky sales history. So please buy it. It looks weird, but I promise it's cute and loads of fun. But if you don't want to because maybe, oh, I don't know, you have to play the other Pikmin games first to truly understand the world, bam, Pikmin 1 and 2 remastered, shadow dropped today. But if you don't like starting with those games, because admittedly they're not too beginner friendly, at least compared to Pikmin 3, you can play that on Switch too. Literally, all of the main series is here. The Switch is a Pikmin machine. I'm personally in the middle of my first time playing Pikmin 2. I bought it on the Wii U Virtual Console right before the eShop closed, but it has these weird glitchy pixels at the bottom of the screen, so I have to play it like this because it looks gross otherwise. So I might just buy it on Switch instead, in HD too. But it is $70 for both games combined though. I don't know. No new textures or whoops, my thumb slipped. Wait, I accidentally bought both games. Jumping ahead more to stuff I personally care about. Mario Kart 8 DLC, Wave 5. I had a 50-50 chance on guessing the pretty new track they'd show, and I was wrong, god damn it, it was the bathroom one. But you know what? This track looks lovely. It's so detailed and looks like a very fun layout, gliding, tricking off of toilet water, diving through the sink and into its plumbing, and the visuals, I love it, especially the ceramic tiling used to show 8-bit Mario clouds, very cute. Very detailed and not as half-assed as I thought it would be. I didn't realize how cool a big house track would be. But we of course also got Petey Piranha, Wiggler and Kamek joining as playable characters. Hey, I was right about Petey, but the other two are a very pleasant surprise, especially Kamek, not fucking Carmack or whatever the crap they said.
Kamek!
Finally though, knocking off some more bingo squares. I'm not doing very good there. We do get more Zelda amiibos, Zelda and Ganon like I thought, but just those two. It still counts, and I'm buying both like a little bitch. Oh yeah, and there was a new WarioWare game thrown in between there that I missed. I'm not really the biggest WarioWare fan, I couldn't even tell if it was a new game or a remake, but that seems pretty cool. Good for those fans. But we of course end off with Super Mario Bros. Wonder, a brand new 2D Mario. We're done with the ultra sanitized new Super Mario Bros. Style. This looks expressive and weird. It looks like the old artwork of Mario from the 90s and the Mario 64 model from the box artwork and other promotional stuff. It looks great and I'm very hyped. New Super Mario Bros. Wii is actually one of my favorite games of all time. I felt it was enough of a step up from the first to be considered worth making, but then they made it again 2 more times and even I got sick of it. But that is to say, at its core, 2D Mario does feel fun, but when it always looks the same and the level design and mechanics always play exactly the same, it gets boring. So we went on hiatus for a while, but I think now was the perfect time to come back. This game is literally Mario takes LSD, like this power up gives the power up to the level itself, and it acts all weird and crazy. But I thought the levels looked a bit bland at first, but my worries were soon eased seeing the craziness that happens later on. It seems like there's going to be loads to do later in the game. I just hope the Talking Flower shuts the hell up after the first level. I do not want to hear him screaming about what fire flowers do while I'm in the middle of fighting whatever the heck this is. But you know what else is super cool though? The characters here. Luigi, Peach, Yellow Toad, Yoshi, 4 different colors of Yoshi specifically, and Daisy, finally making a mainline Mario appearance since Super Mario Land, where arguably that barely even was her. I do wonder if they're going to have character specific gimmicks like Luigi being slippery and jumping higher, Peach floating, Toad running faster, Daisy double jumping, only because we see Yoshi can flutter jump, but you can also ride him while he's controlled by another player. It's animated well, and it's coming out this October. This is an absolute win of a final announcement. So with that, we end off the Direct with 6 out of 25. And 2 away from a bingo. Not nearly as good as last time. This was a bit of a weird Direct though. It had quite a bit of filler and was paced super strangely, but there was also like 6 different Mario things. I don't know why I predicted so much Mario 2 in my bingo card, but I guess I was right going in that direction, just wrong on the specifics. I'd say it was a fairly solid Direct, and maybe after Super Mario RPG is out, Nintendo will realize that people like Mario RPGs, and revive Mario and Luigi. I'm gonna request it every single time until they do, and it'll probably never happen.